what I find with the two of you. It's like you just won't listen. Just refuse to hear someone else's viewpoint.
No, we don't.
Really?
No, we don't.
I
But you got two alpha males in the room.
enlighten me.
You're an alpha female. Reese's an alpha female. But you got two alpha males in the room. Instead of bringing three alpha males.
Well, I like to learn information, so I need to know what you know and why you think the way you think.
So when you walk in that group, you can't sashay in, because we're not going to hear you. You can't walk softly. We're not going to hear you. You can bring in a big stick and we'll notice you. You can come in sassy and swing at everybody else and we'll respect you and like you and welcome you into the group. But you see, your issue...
But that sounds like you're acting like children.
So, your issue...
I'm just like, okay.
Your issue is that...
What? What's the
You're
issue?
a communicator, but you walk softly and politely.
Softly and politely, I don't need to argue a point. It's like I'm not trying to force you to see my way.
You wanted to get us to hear you.
Yes.
You can't walk softly and politely and get recognized in our midst.
I refuse.
We will run over you all day long.
That's fine.
That's not fine because you have something to impart to us. So you have to learn how to speak our language.
But see, that's where adults will gain. If you know that someone can impart some information to you, then you should be willing and open to receive it, or at least listen. But if you're trying to just la 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 and talk over somebody and I'm not going to hear it, that's being juvenile.
We hear you, but you have to speak in a certain way for us to hear you.
Exactly. And maybe you're not going to hear it in that manner. So I'm not going to force that.
And this goes goes to relationships as well.
There's a time and place. We talk about communication.
Brother David, how you doing?
There is a time and a place to have certain conversations. And sometimes me just yelling or forcing it and being loud, you know what? Let me know. It
may be the only chance you get to have that discussion.
It may be.
So you got to bring it how you have to bring it.
So it's according to how important it is for me to engage in that communication.
I'm going to tell you.
Get my pressure.
You wanted to get... See, our pressure ain't never moved.
I know that.
Why is yours?
I'm saying I'm protecting mine so that it won't.
But why does it?
It doesn't unless I allow it to.
Me and Sam go at each other like two pit bulls. We go at each other hard and heavy. That's how we talk. We ain't mad at each other. People think even we go at each other on the radio. We come back yelling sometimes on the radio. People are like, y'all really mad? No, we're cousins. We laugh. We're laughing 30 seconds afterwards.
That's cool.
Because that's how we roll. Right. But if you're going to walk in as a wimp button, well, y'all excuse me.
So
I want to talk to you.
You said I'm wimp. I'm a wimp because I'm being soft.
Wimp butt. If you're gonna walk in like a wimp butt,
I'm being a wimp butt
soft spoken, you won't be heard very well. I'm just trying to help you get heard. JJ says, sounds like kids in the family. Yes. David Martinez says, good morning, radio fam. Absolutely good morning.
Great day.
Said because size of Ron, sharp and dangerously witty. See more. Number one. Number two, silent and observant. There's a time when I'm actually silent and observant.
Really?
Yes, actually a lot.
Okay.
A lot. See, right now it's like me doing a presentation. When I'm in a presentation, I'm up talking and walking.
I get it.
When I'm in learning mode, I say nothing. I sit and listen.
I can see that.
Side number three, cut you and watch you bleed.
Ooh,
You can
and
do that
watch
too.
You bleed.
Watch you bleed. Yes, gotta expect your work. Number four, protector, guide, and defender.
Aww.
Number five.
Look at that.
Straight 1971 colored. That's before African American, before black, before Negro was 1971 colored. So that's the fifth side of me. 1971 colored. He can be that.
But you know what? 1971 colored wasn't bad.
I know.
That wasn't bad. We were making things happen.
I know.
1971.
I know. I was like...
You African Americans
7 years old.
You African Americans and blacks, they weren't doing nothing.
They got something. Look, they don't know what color they look. They don't even know. What color are you? Just forget it. Reese says, I can't stand to argue. And you have to pick your battles in any relationship.
Exactly.
You better know
You have to pick and choose your battles. And most of the time, with these alpha males, you know what? I'm not doing it.
You got to pick and choose your battle.
That's
Isn't it important enough to you?
Exactly. Is it important enough to have?
And it took me a while to learn how to do that as well.
Yeah.
Because for a while, I was in a war with the police department and everything else for about a decade. And I remember my partner, Teresa, she said, Black one, you don't have to fight every fight. Isn't important enough because you got better things to get done, don't you? And I actually heard her. Now, it took quite a few years to
You
hear
might
that.
not have heard it then, but you might hear it later. Oh, you heard it then?
I heard it then.
Yeah, but sometimes you might not hear it then. And most of the time, what I found with the men in my world, they hear me. They may not acknowledge it at that time, but they hear me.
Well, look.
That's all I needed.
Look. As long as Jay can hear you.
What?
Oh, my gracious. Sis says, but sometimes, like Don is saying, you need to communicate on the level of your environment, which means you have to speak their language if you want to reach them.
Correct. If I want, and what was the key phrase?
If you want to reach them.
If you want to reach them. So if I need to engage, trust me, I know how to do that.
And Reese, I'm going to go on Reese. I'm liking it. She says, strong women need to know how to be strong without being overbearing and loud to their man.
Thank you, Reese.
Ain't that right, said it, baby. Said because I respect everything he says in public.
I love
and
Reese.
Then I cook him a good meal and convince him I'm right. Yeah. She threw out the Thundercat.
Trust me.
That was
something I had to learn later.
Said because of laughing about wimp butt. Brother Jacobs, how you doing? Good to have you this morning. Folks, it's this communication thing.
You know, being raised during women's lib and, what is it? Bring home the bacon fried up in the pan. I did not know the value
Do
of being
you know
able to cook
who Helen Reddy
meal.
is?
I know who Helen Reddy is. But to cook a meal for your man, absolutely. It's like, calm him down.
You know who Helen Reddy is?
Calm him down.
Because I had this youngin' who's all feminist this, feminist that. I said, you do know who Helen Reddy is. Who is that? You've never heard the song I Am Woman? No. Like, honey, you need to go do your homework.
He said, that's it. She speaks my language. Replying to rescales. Go. Turn it. They're going too fast. They're going too fast. You read it.
Oh, we've already been to the rest of them. We're good. Let's see. Sound like a whip in the background when Reese speaks. JJ, oh Lord. Said, it's more important to me that said because, it's more important to me that said because has all the support, love, and everything he needs to be a successful black male.
Who said that?
I
Reese?
Don't have to always be right as long as he is happy. And I prefer both. You can be right and be happy. You should be able to be both. And if you are right, I want to know that you're right.
So how come you didn't jump on that phrase when she was like, she wanted him to be happy?
Why don't I jump on it? I want him to be happy.
Because last week, when it said happy wife, happy life, you're like, only one person is not the only one that need to be happy? How come
No. Said that. That was said because it said happy life.
What?
He had objection to the phrase happy wife, happy life.
That's a common phrase.
But said had objection to it. I didn't.
Stop it.
I didn't.
Stop it.
I did not have objection because remember the Bible said that angry woman is something very difficult to deal with. So yes. So I did not say that. No.
It was you. It was you. I can pull up the film.
Audra.
I can pull up the film.
Pull up the film. Because as long as she's not asking for crazy stuff, I want you to be happy.
But
I want you to be extremely
normally it's a
happy.
cyclical thing. It's a catch.
Oh, thank you, Audrey. Oh my gosh. She says, "Where's your glasses?" I forgot my glasses. I'd taken them off earlier.
Oh.
Thank you. I forgot my glasses.
Oh, is that what that is?
My little sweetheart, Audra from Brooklyn. Audra from Brooklyn. Mona Lisa, how you doing?
So what that term was stating that if the wife was happy, she was going to make sure the husband was happy.
Yeah,
it wasn't just that one party. One party was going to be happy.
And Sid's still arguing. He says we both have to be happy, though. So he's still arguing that point.
That's the whole point. I agree.
Then why can't she go first?
Why can't she go first? What
See, happy wife, happy life, which means he's made his way to make her happy. Therefore, she makes him happy. Why can't she go first and make him happy so he'll make her happy?
She trying.
No, she ain't.
Yes, she is.
That's usually done by 4.
Yes, she is.
Off the cut, Wood says, JJ, y'all keep it down and tell Shar that I hope only the best for her and Jay Parker.
Who is this?
JJ.
JJ loves.
And Lisa said he's selfish. Which he's, Mona Lisa. And Audra says, yes, Shari.
Yes, Shari. I don't know what y'all talking
We're
about.
We're picking on y'all. We're trying. Look, my name Bennett. I ain't in it.
Trust me, I'm not in it either.
Look, I know.
I'm not in it.
That if y'all need me to come to the justice of the peace, we're for you.
For who?
you and Jay, if y'all need me to come to the job, I'm not putting on a tux. I'll show up there in gym shorts and I'll dress up for the reception that evening. That's about what we're going to do it, all right? That's how it's going to roll. Just know.
Let me promise you something.
What you going to promise me?
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead, love.
Oh, you're so... Okay, Lindo. So, since we have an absent person here, no, we're not even going to have that discussion. That's crazy.
What would you like to tell me, love?
You're so kind.
I'm known
you
for my
stay
kindness.
Focused. So on
you
number
make
one,
your wife happy, your life is happy, says Mona Lisa.
Thank you.
And you also invoke that.
Step
number
away
one
from distractions. Go on.
Oh, shut up and listen already. Where are you? Oh, where?
Step away from distractions.
Yes, we are. We are there.
See?
This is on the topic of learning how to listen.
You're distracted already.
Yes. It's
And
on the
this
topic
is-
of learning how to listen.
This is your the alphas in the room. The main issue. The enemy of listening are distractions, and nothing is as distracting as one's own thoughts. So that's somebody's already trying to respond. They're just waiting for their time to jump in, not even listening to the conversation. I'm just gonna make my point. I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna talk loud. Okay, Ron.
I'm putting on a point. I mean, it's reasonable.
I know that. You're like, yes, that works for me. I know.
And Mona says, you make your wife happy, your life is happy. Audra from Brooklyn is agreeing. Mona says, you want her to go first, but yet you want her to be the head. You want her to be the head or leader. So yes, you are supposed to go first. Happy wife.
Thank you. Who said that?
Mona Lisa next door. We'll slap her in the head
come
on the way
on, Mona
out.
Lisa.
But she good as gold too, though.
Come
I love
on,
my Mona Lisa. She is good as gold. Brother Rich, how you doing?
Because you all are so convenient.
Lord, she done said, don't let me come in there.
Because you all are so convenient with when you want to take a leadership role. It's so interesting to watch you alpha males.
How am I convenient?
Because it's like, oh,
Explain.
the woman needs to go first in making you happy, or the woman needs to do this. So, but when are you supposed to be leading? When are you supposed to be the head?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Let me channel my two favorite mentors, Roosevelt and Shaka Zulu.
Okay. All right.
I'm always head. I never relinquish that title.
So if you're head, then your household should be running the way it needs to be running.
And it does.
I know in your case it does.
And it does.
You have your imaginary wife, little blow up kids, your house. I'm just.
And it does.
And it does.
Because I'm always head. I'm always alpha. I don't stop being alpha. And the funny part about it, throughout years of being alpha, I've had so many people that I've dated or whatever that try to talk you. What you don't have to do. Honey, I don't need to be told how to be me. I'll be me. That's all I know how to be is me. Can you accept me? Because I'm not going to change me. Accept me or not, but this is me. And me is that alpha. So I will take the alpha. I'll take the responsibility. I'll take the heat. I'll do the protecting. I'll do all the stuff I'm supposed to do. I do that, and I don't
when do you
relent on that.
consider someone else? That's probably what
She
was
has
saying.
full voice.
But if she's telling you full voice, what she needs.
If she makes sense. If it's a reasonable request, and most requests are reasonable, they're met. If you give an unreasonable request, it won't be met.
Like what? For example.
Oh, we just started dating. How do you feel about moving to Texas? No, sorry, to Atlanta. I ain't lost nothing in Atlanta. Well, I was thinking about going to Atlanta. I heard the real estate's cheap down there. You know anybody in Atlanta? You have work prospects in Atlanta? Why would I up and move to Atlanta? That don't make sense.
So
In
when
fact,
you say just started dating, how long have you all been dating? What is that? Because
this is a past thing.
I know that.
But at that time, it was about under a month.
Okay.
I'm like, no, I'm not moving to any Atlanta, any place else, because you just got a frivolous idea up your butt to go move to Atlanta. Especially since you are here in Charlotte, your children and our grandchildren are an hour away from you. Why the heck are you moving to Atlanta to get further away when you can be running back and forth? That don't make sense to me. You have no prospects. You just heard that real estate's cheap. And therefore, I'm supposed to say, let's all go. We ain't all going. You can go.
So is that
we don't go.
That sounds like a sign.
Yeah. That was a sign.
I was like, so how long did y'all date after that?
the month was it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm like,
Brother Mike Greer from the great state of Kannapolis, Charles in the suburbs of Kannapolis. How you doing? Pastor Elaine, how you doing? Good to see you this morning. And Lisa, that's why the Bible says for the women to submit, right? And they just left out the phrase and shut up about it, but yes, that's part of it.
who said this? Mona Lisa.
Yes. Obviously, I have to go, good people. Have a good show. Thank you,
See
Sister
you,
Audra. We appreciate you, girl. Says see Audra as well. Oh, my Lord, folks. We love it. But we're talking about communication. Stepping away from distractions, I found myself guilty of that one before. Because a lot of times I've got my point only that I'm ready to make. And I literally have to stop. Or I can distract myself looking at myself on the phone. I usually have my little tablet. I'm looking at myself on the tablet and I say, wait a minute, I'm not listening. I put it down and make sure I pay attention. Mm-hmm. Now, the other has also happened because I'm actually a very good listener.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
I think so.
I'll stay quiet for an hour and let you talk.
But what is the whole point of the whole bullying thing? Like talking over people, talking loud. What is that intimidation tactic about?
I want to see your strength.
Really?
Yes. Because let's face it, if you are indeed a wimp butt, you won't last long around me. If you ain't got strength, you're not going to last long.
Okay. So you're weeding out. So your purpose is weeding out who's going to be. Okay.
Because if you can't deal with that, you're not going to last very long around any Blackwell. Say to be the closest one you can last semi-long with. He's the most sensitive Blackwell I know. All the rest of us, it ain't there. I promise you. Dave Martinez says.
Now, could that be a sign of crazies?
Which part?
That tactic that you use.
No.
Why not? On somebody else's lens, on my lens looking in, could that be considered as some crazies? Like I would be, that's a concern for me.
Why?
Because why would that be a form of communication? I'm going to bully you and talk over top of you and not listen to you. Because
you're with an alpha. When alpha has a point, an alpha stresses that point and hits it hard. Mm-hmm. That's what alphas do. And that ain't likely to change. That's a part of an alpha's personality for the most part. So if you got somebody like that, you have to learn how to speak their language to get to them. If you can't do that, y'all ain't going to have a match anyway. If you're quiet, prim, proper, 24/7, y'all will not have a match. In fact, I can almost guarantee you will next to never be heard.
That is so
and that's
interesting.
Not good.
Because, most of the men I deal with would be considered an alpha. Not everyone handles it that way.
Let me talk to them and see if they're actually alphas. Give me some numbers. I will call them.
You know what? I will actually be okay if they're not.
No, let me ask them. Let me talk to them.
I would actually be
okay
if
they're not. Let me talk to a brother,
because I will
a sister, or whatever race or sex to me. Let me talk to them and see if they're alphas. Because I'm very good at spotting alphas.
And tell me again what your definition of an alpha is.
I'll show you an article in just a little bit. I got an entire article, an entire show I'll do on just on alpha.
Okay.
Alpha is a whole different thing. And you got alpha. You're a quiet alpha, but still an alpha. You are. And you're female alpha. That's different. We'll talk about alpha one day. In fact, next show you do,